What's up, everyone? It's your boy Scott. Welcome to the Scott Reports. Today I'm bringing you an anime review of Rita Bahamut Virgin Soul episode 11. It is time to blow this popsicle stand. Or so I thought, because the dynamic between Nina and John went exactly how I thought it would be. You know, John had this big elaborate plan to escape quietly and sneak around, and Nina's like, oh, screw that. I'm a dragon. I'm strong as hell, so let's just bust through. It's like, no, that's not going to work. And things is going pretty well for them. Till Cheerio showed up and shut everything down. Like, damn it. But it was fun to see these two characters together and have no fear because, yo, how about Rita? Rita straight up coming in with the Assassin's Creed tactics. Out there like Metal Gear Solid, just stealth mode and taking everybody out. And one of the things that I have a very small gripe about with Rita Bahamut Virgin Soul is that we don't get enough Rita. And this episodes like today that show why she needs more shine than she got, because she single-handedly did what everybody's trying to do right now and still staging this escape. And I loved how when she was sneaking around, you know, everybody was shocked that she was a kid. Like, why is she here? And then she used a little hand to go around as a distraction and dance around while everybody was looking at it. But it was actually a strategy to it because the damn hand actually became a seal. It was making a seal on the ground for a bomb to explode and for her to run through and keep going on with the escape. I mean, Rita was bossing this episode, and I was glad that she finally got some shine, and we need to see her more, because if she can do that, imagine what else she's capable of. Meanwhile, the gods have convinced Mogaro to fight for their side. You know, they've been dangling that carrot in front of them that if you become the savior, if you help us, you'll see your mother again. That's what you want to see, right? So he agrees to do so because of his love for his mother, and thus he is back to full form. His hair is back blind. He got his wings back. He's talking again. He got his voice back. And Mogaro, or L, whichever one you want to call him, is a completely different character right now. He's more confident. He's more determined than the character that was shy and timid and bashful that we've seen before, because when someone is determined, especially when it comes to somebody that they love, you begin to see a different side of people. And now that Mogaro has this drive that he can get his mother back, he decided to help the gods with no problem. And the gods, they don't give a shit about anybody else. I mean, they're using Mogaro in every sense of the word. They said whatever they needed to get him to their side. And only person that probably has some type of sympathy is Sophia. I think she's beginning to see that this may be a little bit more manipulation than she planned. And this war, because the gods are moving forward with attacking Cheerios. They couldn't wait to show off Cheerios that they was using this power, that they're going to move forward. And right now, the only good guys that we probably have in this series is going to be our main cast. And this is something that I haven't really touched on in Virgin Soul, but I wonder if it's possible that we will see Bahamut again, or maybe even Almira, because at this point, with Kaiser, Favaro, John, Nina, you know, with them going against these odds of Cheerios and the Iron Knights and his army, and now the gods, they kind of are outnumbered, so they're going to need a little bit more power on their side. Of course, Nina is very powerful once she gets going, and I'll get to that. But right now, I think the best thing, and something I was kind of thinking of, is like maybe they will want to go ahead and let each other take each other out. But the thing about doing that is the collateral damage that will come to the townfolk, who we can now see is getting a little bit irritated with the way that Cheerios has been treating them, especially with this war and him having no regard for them at all. And perhaps the thing that Nina said when she chewed him out, maybe that's beginning to get to the people. I mean, the people that knew her were already on her side, but it looks like now it's even more and more people who are tired of Cheerios and his ways, and maybe they will help too. They need to get to safety. But the fact of the matter is, it looks like that third party that we're talking about is, well, fourth party, because you got the gods, you got the Cheerios, and you got demons. So this other party that I said will maybe one day be led by Kaiser is starting to come to light. And it's pretty interesting, especially when you look at the gods and how selfish they are, because overall, they just want to get their position back where they were. They don't care about anybody else. They damn sure don't care about Mogaro. Maybe they care about John just to get her back on the side as an angel and fight for them, but it's all for their own selfish means. And this is probably the first time that I actually felt like an episode of Bahamut was long, and it wasn't in a bad way. It's usually like the episodes go by so quick, but this episode, it felt long. It felt like it was a lot to take in, and it was still all the more enjoyable the entire time. But because of the length of this episode and how it did feel long, it caused me to see a really big gripe. Well, it's not really a big gripe, but it's like you can't always have everything good. And what I'm seeing right now, besides, you know, the music, because the music is always on point in this series, like when Nina was going in against those dudes with the ball and chain on her foot and how that music kicked in, and especially whenever they show the gods and the light comes down and they have the music going, it always has the best feel. It always has a feel that you're supposed to have when you see a god, or when somebody's kicking ass, or when somebody's having a dance number. That's something that this series does very well. But one of the gripes I have about this series is one of my favorite characters is Nina as well, because in this episode, we are faced with the second time that Nina couldn't drag it up when she was supposed to. That would have been the best time for her to do so to get out of this castle. And this is the second time that someone has depended on her power in order to escape. And Cheerios, in some shape, form, or fashion, has been like the Achilles heel of her power all along. And I feel like it's a step back for Nina as a character, because we came into the series with her being aware of what she is and what she can do and how to activate it. And now we're getting to the point where she has all that under her belt and she can't activate that ability when she needs to, because now something's going on where whenever she sees Cheerios, she's maybe so in love with him that she won't even change. And by the way, where the hell is Azazel? I mean, that guy's strung up getting tortured somewhere, and it might be a little hint that this demon won like a fight and he got to be a head general, so maybe they're doing something like that with Azazel. And not to get off the topic too much, I just wonder where he's been, because it's been about 2 or 3 episodes since we've seen him. But yeah, with Nina, it feels like a step back, because we saw the same thing with Azazel when he was counting on her to dragging up to help the demons in the revolt. And now, you know, Jean, she was basically saying, if your power works on being attracted to someone, we need to get you to go see somebody. And I'm pretty sure that was Cheerios. And when that happened, she didn't drag it up. Cheerios knew she wasn't, and he gave Jean this ultimatum to join him, or, you know, your son will perish and everything will fall because I'm going to rule. And she refused. And I'm glad that she didn't take the deal. I'm glad she said, you know what, I'm not betraying my gods. I'm not helping you. But now they're back in their cell. Thankfully, Rita was there taking out more people. I mean, she just left knocked out bodies in her wake, showing up at the end with the thumbs up and the key to get Nina and John out. And next week, it looks like we're finally going to get what we're waiting for with Kaiser and Favreau. So I'm pretty sure she's going to make her way around and getting them too. And then we can finally get this escape plan going. And the escape plan ended up taking more than 2 episodes, just like I thought. Not disappointed by it, but I mean, I love Rage of Bahamut. It's definitely my favorite series of the spring season. It's just now I'm beginning to see the little bit of flaws with Nina, and I know it's development for her character, but it seems like we just got this same type of situation with Azazel a few episodes back. And to see that again, they're making this thing of her being in love with Cheerios a really big weakness for her, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. So guys, let me know what you thought of this episode in the comments below. If you like this video, go ahead and drop it a like, and if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as there's not a shortage of content you indulge on this channel. And as I always say, you guys be anywhere on YouTube right now, but you chose to listen to me. I really appreciate that, so thanks for stopping by. On that note, it's your boy Scott signing out. See you soon.